Welcome back to the channel. Now, unless you've been living on the moon, and I wouldn't be surprised to find them even there, you've definitely seen this breed. We're talking about arguably the world's favourite dog. Yes, it is of course the happy-go-lucky, eternally tail-wagging Labrador Retriever. For over 2 decades, they were ranked as America's most popular dog breed, and it's incredibly easy to see why. But behind that sweet, goofy smile is a fascinating history of hard-working fishermen, incredible heroic feats, and some truly hilarious quirks that only lab owners understand. Today, we are giving you a brief guide to the Labrador Retriever. In this short video, we're going to cover their surprising history and origin, their unique personality, traits and quirks, and a guide as to what you need to know about their care. And finally, why a labby might just be the absolute perfect addition to your family. So let's go. The history and origin. Let's start with what might be a big surprise. The Labrador Retriever is not actually from Labrador. They originally hail from the neighbouring Canadian province of Newfoundland. Back in the 1800s, European fishermen settling in Newfoundland bred a mix of working dogs to create what was then known as the St. John's Water Dog. These dogs were bred for one main purpose, to be the ultimate fisherman's friend. They were built to work in icy, freezing waters, diving in to retrieve lost fish and haul heavy fishing nets back to the boats. This is exactly why labs have such unique physical traits today. They have webbed paws for swimming, a thick waterproof coat that repels water like oil, and a thick otter tail that acts as a powerful rudder to steer them through the water. In the 1830s, these amazing swimmers caught the eye of British nobles, such as the Earl of Malmesbury, who realised these dogs would make phenomenal duck hunters. They imported them back to England, refined the breed, and officially named them Labradors. Through careful breeding by British aristocrats, they developed the modern retriever we know today. It's a dog prized for its tender mouth, which means they won't damage the game they retrieve, and they were also known for their sharp intelligence. Personality traits and quirks. So what's it really like to live with a labby? Well, it's a lot of fun, a little bit of chaos, and a whole lot of love. Labs are known for some very specific quirky traits. First up, they're obsessed with water. Because of their history, a lab will jump into almost any puddle, pond, or lake they can find. Watching them swim is watching pure joy, but just be ready for a wet dog in your car. Second, they are total food fanatics. If you own a lab, you know they act like they've never been fed before. Interestingly, this is actually linked to a genetic mutation in the breed that affects their appetite, making them prone to food obsession. They will politely, or maybe not so politely, beg for whatever's on your plate. Another hilarious quirk is the Labrador tail whip. Their tails are basically barometers of their emotions, constantly wagging with infectious enthusiasm. Because their tails are incredibly muscular from their swimming days, getting smacked by a happy lab's tail can almost leave a bruise. They're also Velcro dogs. Labs love to shadow their humans from room to room, just wanting to be near them. And despite their size, they're eternal puppies at heart, maintaining a youthful, playful and sometimes mischievous spirit, like stealing your shoes, well into their senior years. Care needs. If you're thinking of bringing a lab home, you need to understand their care requirements. The biggest thing to know is that labs are high energy working dogs. They're not couch potatoes, at least not until they've had their workout. A lab needs at least 30 to 60 minutes of vigorous physical activity every single day. If they get bored, they will find ways to entertain themselves, which usually involves chewing your furniture or digging up your garden or something like that. It's also important to know that there are two main types of Labradors: English Labs and American Labs. English Labs are bred for the show ring. They have a stockier build, a blocky head, and generally have a calmer, more laid-back temperament. American Labs are bred for hunting and field work. They're leaner, taller, and have a much higher drive and energy level. When it comes to grooming, their short, dense coat is surprisingly low maintenance. A good weekly brushing will keep their shedding manageable. Health-wise, because of their legendary appetites, portion control is absolutely critical to stop them getting fat. You should also try to make sure they've been screened for common genetic issues like hip and elbow dysplasia. Why you should have one. So, why should you get a Labrador Retriever? Honestly, it's because of their unparalleled versatility and devotion. As a family pet, they're incredibly gentle, patient, and loving with children. They're eager to please and they're highly trainable. That makes them great for even first-time dog owners. But their impact, does go way beyond being just a family pet. Because of their adaptability and courage, Labs make some of the world's best working dogs. Take Jake, a rescued lab who became a certified search and rescue dog and worked the smoking rubble at Ground Zero after 9/11. Or Endel, a service dog for a disabled Royal Navy veteran who was so smart he actually learned how to operate an ATM and saved his owner's life after a car accident by pulling him into the recovery position and retrieving his mobile phone. Whether they're sniffing out danger on a battlefield, or comforting patients in a hospital, or just resting their head on your lap after a long day, Labs have an undeniable capacity for empathy and love. So, whether they come in black, yellow or chocolate, the Labrador Retriever is a breed that truly embodies the title of man's best friend. They teach us to find joy in the little things, like a good game of fetch or a swim in a muddy puddle. Do you have a quirky lab at home? Tell us your funniest lab story in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more videos about your favourite dog breeds, and we'll see you in the next one.